Hi folks, it's AJ the Hunting Gear Guy. Today I thought I'd look back on 2024, look forward on 2025, kind of see what we've got to look forward to here in the Canadian gun community. First, 2024, politics-wise, a bit of a mixed bag. So we had some guns banned. We had some guns banned. We had some more legislation thrown at us, but that's not looking like it's going to change in 2025. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. I've already talked about that in some of my other videos. The gun market in 2024, it's been so long. Well, I mean, I guess it's 2025 now. So all last year. It's ancient history. But I think one of the big things that happened is a lot of the AR-180 manufacturers finally fixed their gas systems. So we saw a lot of our, like what people call cope guns, a lot of our WKs or WSMCRs or that kind of thing, BCL even, they all changed their gas piston systems or changed something in there to try to get some reliability out of them just in time for them all to get banned. So that was something that happened kind of in the Canadian gun market that was I don't know, bad timing. Bad timing, definitely. Some of those manufacturers are going to have a hard time, staying afloat. What else happened in 2024? For myself personally, I started teaching PAL and RPAL courses. I went through about 260 students or so in 2024, which is quite a bit more than I thought I would do. And I think I'm going to do probably double that in 2025 just to get more people licensed out there. Depending on what happens with politics and legislation and that kind of thing, I might end up doing a pile of RPALs if handguns get unbanned. So that's one of the things that looking forward to 2025 might happen is handguns might get unbanned, unfrozen again. They're not. Like you see, I've got some handguns in the back here. I can use those. I can go to the range. I can shoot them. I can do all that kind of stuff. Just new owners, new people can't buy handguns, and I can't buy or sell them. I can just whatever I got is whatever I got, right? That is looking like it might change in 2025, so that's looking hopeful. I think that for myself, what I'm going to get a couple more Glocks for my RPAL courses. I'm probably going to get a couple of double action revolvers and maybe like another single action revolver as well. Just so that I can do those courses. For single action, probably another Ruger Wrangler. They're so simple and I really like them for an RPAL course, for double action, whatever I can find really. And for a semi-automatic, I think a Glock would be, or an M&P or something like that would be fine. That's really typical of what someone would buy for a handgun these days anyways, so I'll probably get some of those. I think the other thing that may happen in 2025, summer, fall, maybe the winter, or maybe getting into 2026, AR-15s again. I think we're going to get AR-15s again. Not sure if they're going to be restricted, not restricted, what's going to happen, but if they just reverse things, and again, Polyev has said that they're going to reverse the OIC and the C-21 legislation, that means that AR-15s would at least be restricted again, and they are, as a range rifle, fantastic. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I am looking at getting parts to rebuild mine, the ones that I have, because I think the writing's on the wall. I think if you look at it right now, even between this video, my last video and this one, a lot of the Liberal caucuses members have been starting to turn on Trudeau. The Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Province MPs have all called for him to resign. So I think that's like on a pretty short timeline here. So we're probably looking at, I don't know, he'll either get a non-confidence vote in late January, or he'll step down and call, prorogue Parliament so that they have some time to pick another leader. In any case, we're looking at an election sometime in the spring. Fantastic. So AR-15s, maybe this year, maybe next. I don't know, but I'm pretty hopeful about it. A couple of things to think about just as gun owners. One, make sure your license is up to date. Two, I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, but look at supporting your local range or store. They're going to be, like, especially the stores that are focused on handguns or like semi-automatic sporting rifles, they're going to be hurting right now. They're not going to have lots to sell. They're not going to be able to move a lot of their products. So if you're looking at upgrading any of your stuff, this year's probably the time to do it, just to help them out. They might have some sales on some of that product and that kind of thing. So keep your eye out on that. And then ranges. Yeah, a lot of people do a lot of shooting at the ranges, and if their firearms are banned and they can't use their banned firearms at the range, then maybe they're not going to go to the range, or maybe they're not going to sign up for the range. I would keep your range memberships current for the next year, because I think that those ranges might be hurting if they don't have that that membership to help with funding. And the ranges, I think, so if I was a range executive, I would look at how I can expand the facility so that I could support more shooters into 2025 and 2026. So 2025, like early part, might not get as many memberships as last year. But getting into 2026, if we get handguns and ARs back again, I think ranges are going to see a big resurgence in memberships. So it would be a good idea to kind of look at what you're, if you're an executive on a range, what kind of facilities, what kind of bays could you expand? Like what kind of expansion can you do in 2025 to prep the place for 2026 when we get all these new additions to the shooting community? How are you going to make the range accommodating to help those people all get into the sport and stick? Because I think when we had the handgun ban, so the handgun freeze, they telegraphed it. They said they were going to do it. A lot of people bought handguns. Some of those people have never done anything with them. They haven't done any kind of sport or anything like that. And the ranges have to be the place where they do that kind of thing, right? So I think ranges need that support to be able to do it. And that's something for the shooters out there, for the people who bought a handgun and never ended up using it. I'd encourage you for 2025, start a competitive shooting sport. Get into IPSC, get into IDPA, whatever your local range has. So take a look at what the local ranges have that are around you, because that's going to be the easiest, and that's going to also give you access to the shooting community and some friendships that are going to be local to you, some people that you might be able to carpool to the range with, that kind of thing. So for 2025, if you're looking for some things to kind of commit to, maybe commit to starting a new competitive sport. And if you don't have a handgun, if you weren't lucky enough to pick one up when that ban was coming in, look at what other competitive sports your local range has. Some of them will have service rifle, which, okay, we used ARs and that kind of thing for that, but you can also use a bolt-action rifle, so maybe look at what you can do with those. If you have a 22, maybe look at an ORPS or an NRL 22 competition at your local ranges. Those are a great way of trying a new skill, and that might be something else you might want to look into for 2025. If you can't do handguns, get into another competitive sport, try something and build on that skill set that you have. If you're into PRS, try an action shooting sport. If you're into action shooting, maybe try PRS, maybe try one of those precision ones just to round out your skill set a little bit more. It's going to help with hunting, and it might even cross over to your other sport that you can't do. So if you bought a PCC for IPSC PCC and now you can't shoot it because your PCC got banned, maybe do a little bit of ORPS in this year and really bump up your precision shooting skills so that when things are unbanned, you'll be that much better of a shooter. One other thing to think about, if you have friends or family who are interested in shooting and interested in one of the guns that got prohibited or something like that, make sure that they have their license early, because there's going to be a run on these things. They're going to be hard to buy for a little bit. It's good if you've got your license in your hand and you come across a good deal, rather than, oh, I want to buy one of these, but I'm going to get my license later, and then you get your license and then it's stuck in the queue of tens or hundreds of thousands of other licenses that the firearms program is trying to process at the same time, or transfers that they're trying to process at the same time. So make sure that your friends or family who want to get into this have their license and are ready to rock and roll, so that when this thing changes, they're in a good spot. Anyways, look forward to 2025, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.